faculty, staff, students, fans, and everyone who loves the Lane College Dragons. This is Inside the Den, and I am Justin Robinson alongside Julian Atkins and Tyler Newkirk. As you can see, we have a new host with us on today. Mr. Julian, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing quite well. I'm making it alive. I'm not complaining. I can't complain. It's not going to do any good anyway.
Amen. How you doing, Mr. Tyler?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. My answer's not going to be as good as that, but, you know, it's another day.
Yes, we are back for season 3 of Inside the Den. This is the 3rd season of Inside the Den, and myself, I am very proud of what we have been able to accomplish here on Inside the Den. Today we have a lot of topics to go over. We had a very special event that went on Sunday, the Miss Lane College pageant. I want to give a big congratulations to the new Miss Lane College. Her name is Chanel Defoe. She is a junior from Canton, Michigan, and she is also on the volleyball team. So, big congratulations to the new Miss Lane College. I want to say thank you to the former Miss Lane College, Miss Denisha Maddox. We thank you for your reign as queen of the campus, and we have a new queen. But so did any of you guys get to go to the pageant?
I actually got to go to the tail end of it because I really basically just walked in there. I actually didn't get to see the entire pageant, but I stayed to the end. And when they announced Chanel Defoe's name, the whole entire auditorium, and I am not kidding, the whole entire auditorium erupted with joy, like we just won a Super Bowl or something. Yes. Everybody was like, yeah.
Yes, she was kind of a fan favorite. First runner-up, we have Monet Brown, a freshman, and for second runner-up, we have Emma Chambers, also a freshman. So big congratulations out to all the ladies that won something, and congratulations to all the ladies that competed in the Miss Lane pageant. It takes a lot to even be in a pageant, to go through that process of being in the pageant. It's very tedious, and I know myself I wouldn't want to do it. That's why I haven't done the Mr. Lane pageant, because I don't like pageants. But
too many tough questions.
Hey, but I did. I liked Chanel's. Her question yesterday was, if you can change anything about yourself, what would it be? And her response was nothing, because that will contradict what God has planned for me. When she said that, I felt that on the spiritual level.
That is a loaded answer. That's probably what got her the win right there.
That, and she won the talent as well. Look at her in that beautiful red dress. That dress was beautiful. All the ladies had beautiful dresses on. That red dress popped. It was amazing. I was looking at it. I was like, that's like one of the best dresses I've seen in a long time.
I didn't get a chance to go, but I did see. I saw them pictures, and you know, they looked lovely, and it looked like it was a great event.
Yes, it was. I want to say a big congratulations to this month, the month of January, Student of the Month. Miss Bethany Watt is a sophomore biology major from Jackson, Mississippi. I have a little note here for you. It says she is a power potential scholar. She is the secretary of the Lane College Science Club, and recently Ms. Watt traveled with faculty to the American Society for Cell Biology annual meeting in San Diego, California, and presented research on antibiotic research. Yeah, it was antibiotic research.
That sounds like she's accomplished. I mean,
she is very well accomplished, and she is also a new member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So congratulations to Bethany for being January Student of the Month. Intramural sports starts tomorrow. Be there at JCM. The time will be out tomorrow morning on when to be out there at JCM tomorrow night for the tip off to intramural basketball sports. I want to give a big shout out to the champions of the Intramural Football League. My team, the Pack. Yes, we won the Lane College Championship down here, and then we got a chance to go to Western Kentucky University to compete against all the flag football teams in the league, in the IM league across the world.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
But across the country.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. It was a great experience. I went out there and had a lot of fun. We played Alabama A&M, Austin P University, and it was a couple more schools out there.
Okay.
So it was a great experience, a great networking experience to meet new people, build a different bond. And it was a great experience because this was Lane College's first time going to the intramural league tournament.
Oh, the tournament. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a big deal, and I'm proud to say that my team went and competed in the intramural league tournament. Wow.
Y'all know how many times we've heard that? Like, they've been bragging. Like, and I mean bragging. Like, you know, they won the football. Now it's basketball time. So,
yes.
like, what are you guys going to do basketball-wise?
We're going to win again. We're going to win, and we are going to Georgia State. We're going to win. My team, them Pack boys. We're going to win, and we're going to...
Well, the Pack is already grown. So, you know.
You know what? I got something, but I'm going to tell you on the next segment. We'll be right back after these messages.
Come on a journey with us to a world connecting you to your college. With a world that is changing at a rapid pace and is technology driven, the Mass Communication Department provides valuable news and information to the public, providing commentary, entertaining through film, radio, television. You can count on the Mass Communications Dragons to keep you on your toes and in the know of the latest activities going on campus on all social sites. WLCD, the voice of the Dragons.
Man, how y'all feeling tonight? Y'all feeling good? Y'all have a good night. Be safe.
The library located in CMAC at Lane College is not only the pursuit of potential, but it is where we learn to succeed. With over a collection of 90,000 volumes of print and non-print materials, the library provides 10,942 ebooks for faculty members, students, and staff members. Sections are designed for individual study, small group study rooms, seminars, viewing rooms, and computer facilities. Staffed with 3 beautiful librarians, this is definitely where true potential is conquered.
And we're back with Inside the Den. Once again, I am Justin Robertson with
Julian Atkins.
and
Tyler Newkirk.
all right. Now this segment here, I've been waiting to get back to this seat here to talk about basketball. Now I told you guys last season that basketball is one of my favorite times of the year here at Lane College. And I am not failed again this year. The basketball team are doing very, very well. Currently sitting at 3rd in the West at 8-4 and 11-7 overall. The men's basketball team just had a dominating victory over Kentucky State this past Saturday. They won 100-81. That is the biggest scoring total of the season. So big congratulations out to the Lane College Dragons on being a dominating force. The leading scorer for the game is
Terry Hope.
Terry Hope.
30 points, 10 for 13 from the field. Also, Lucius Brown, 15 points, 6 for 8 from the field. And, it just kept going on after that. It was totally a team effort. LaJustin Anderson had 14 points. He was 5 from 11 from the field. And Kadarius Ash with another 10 points. So you got 4 players right there in double-digit scores. So,
that says a lot. Right now, Terry is averaging 17 points per game this season. He is leading the Dragons in scoring. He has had numerous outbursts of the season. It's just amazing to see him play. It gives a spark of life, like in the last game against Tuskegee, last home game against Tuskegee. They was tied at 20. Tuskegee was up 23-21. Terry Hope put down a dunk.
It wasn't just a dunk.
There you go, right there. That's the dunk.
And in real time,
when he put that dunk down, the crowd went absolutely berserk.
The entire crowd.
And it changed the total momentum of the game. Like from that moment forward, the Dragons did not lose the lead of the game.
No.
Like they just kept punishing them over and over again. So I just imagine, I didn't go to the Kentucky State game.
Right.
So I'm only speaking from what
MLK.
I'm on. Yeah, the MLK special, and I'm only speaking from the stats that I see. The Dragons, I smell a championship.
Yeah. And to bring up a special note now too, that actually as this is being aired right now, they're currently playing against Central State. So right now they're also in action, and we hope they get another W. But yeah, as you mentioned, like their last game, that MLK special, I mean, those boys played. And I had the luxury of making that call when Terrence Hope put he put that boy in that post. I mean, after that, the whole game changed. Like that was absolutely a momentum shifter, and that also got him going. Like offensively, he started cruising, knocking down 3 after 3. His mid-range game was strong. He was able to facilitate and move the ball. I mean,
he had a heat check after that.
Oh yeah.
He made it. Right after that, he made a mid-range. Then he made 2 threes right back to that. And then he did another that last heat check. If he would have hit that, that would have been it.
And that was before half.
That would have been it.
Terrence Holt is really impressing me this season. How about the fight of Terrence Holt coming back from a foot injury that he suffered in practice before the Tuskegee game last year, and just fighting back and becoming a factor again as a senior and the leader of this team. How about the fight of Terrence Holt?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, his fight is amazing. Like he's a great leader for the team, on the court and off the court. If you see them like around campus, they always together. The whole basketball team, they're always together in one. Even if they eat in the caf, they might be at different tables, but it's a group of them at each table. But the tables are not too far apart from each other.
It's a true brotherhood,
I was talking to a couple of players the other day. It was a group sitting at one table, and the table directly in front of them was another group. So they bond. They always together. They play together when you watch them play, and they just, as the season after them 3 straight losses. That is a great picture. After them 3 straight losses they took, yes. After the 3 straight losses they took, when we first came back from break, to start the year off, they have been on a dominating force since. They don't want to lose. I feel it. They don't want to lose another game because they lost some hard-fought games. They lost nail biters. The game against Lamar Norton. That was 1-point game.
Overtime.
Last second layup right under the bucket. Layup. They fixed that. They countered that. I don't think they're gonna have any more of those lax situations at the end of the game because against Clark Atlanta. When Clark Atlanta came down here, they also won off the last second layup. He pushed the ball down the court and laid the ball up with like 2 seconds left.
That's been a point of emphasis too. As the season has progressed, defense. I don't know if you noticed, but their defense has vastly improved since the beginning of the season. And they're starting to pay more attention to detail. right? They're figuring, especially as these games get late down in the stretch, you know, it's clutch time. Now it's execution time. You have to be flawless. You got to take care of the basketball. You also have to be able to defend. You know, you can't let the team get up on you too far and early on in the game, because then now you're in a hole you got to dig yourself out of. But, you know, defensively, they've been able to lock in. And offensively, I want to throw a little shout out to Lucius Brown. You know, I got some classes with him, and you know, he's been balling lately. I mean, it seems like nobody can stop that man in the post.
Oh, in the post, he's dominating in the post.
And that's the crazy part about it. He's not just a post player. Like he's a bigger guy.
Yeah,
but he's mobile.
He can handle the ball like a guard.
He can shoot the ball too.
Yeah, he can. Man, I just want to say though, they made 34 field goals. They had 34 field goals made against Kentucky State, along with 14 steals. Defense
wins championships.
Boom, there you go. Defense wins championships with 14 steals. You can't not lose a game if you have 14 steals in a game. You can't lose. I'm so proud of these boys right now. Yeah. These gentlemen have came from a long way this season, and they on their way.
Mark this down in your calendars. February 9th, it is going to be rivalry week, Lane College versus Lamont on. Make sure you guys are there, because it's going to be a wonderful atmosphere.
But before then, they got Miles, February 4th. One more time. Try to get that other win. Another win.
They got one more game against Miles. And that game, if they win that game can really put them in first place. They win that game, and then they come back the next Friday and win against Lamont on. That's solidifying them first place in the West.
And that first game that they played Miles, statistically speaking, they weren't supposed to win that game. They weren't supposed to, but they ended up winning that game 68-60. Granted, it was at home. But
they had home court advantage. But we know how home court get. And we got some more on Dragon basketball right after these messages.
Man, how y'all feeling tonight? Y'all feeling good?
Y'all have a good night. Be safe.
And welcome back to Inside the Den. I knew something was going to happen when this segment started.
What? Kids don't dab anymore?
You used to dab? That's your favorite dance?
Well, like Bunny said, I'm going to have to drop that right there, you know what I'm saying, and whip something up real quick.
I am not. You know what? Anyways, on to the Lady Dragons basketball. They have an outstanding victory against the Kentucky State University School 2.
Nah, yeah, lately they've been playing really good. I think like their record reflects. It doesn't necessarily reflect 7-13 record overall.
6-5 in the conference.
That's the good. I mean, they're above 500.
I mean, but when you got a player like McCoy, that's on every given night, she can come and give you 30 points.
Yeah, McCoy has been dominating all season, and one other thing, record does not define who you are. One loss doesn't define who you are, and in my opinion, 13 losses or 12 losses doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is your determination, your focus, your skill set, your mindset, and the philosophy of the team. That's going to get you far in life. That's going to define what your basketball team is.
Yes, especially towards the end of the season, because they're 6-5 in the conference. They, I think, 4th place in the conference.
Yeah.
So it's like they not too far from.
They got a fighter's chance.
They got a fighting chance to do something big once these playoffs come and start rolling around. Like I said, with a player like Antrese giving you 26 points against Kentucky State, and then you got Alexis giving you 10, you got Chastity giving you 10, like that's big right there.
Yeah,
Like, in the last few games, I think Antrice averaging over 20 points in the last 3-4 games.
Yeah, and even when offensively Antrice was struggling, her teammates were able to pick her up.
Exactly, they were.
You know, it was the last stretch of maybe 3 games that they had at home against Tuskegee and Mass. One of those games, they took a tough 45-40 loss. I want to say it was to Tuskegee, but you know,
yes, it was.
Those home games, that stretch, I mean, they played hard. They played their butts off. And, you know, you could tell that, you know, the team was kind of starting to come around and turn the corner a little bit more. And, you know, I think those are the good signs and the positive that they can build off of.
Yes, they're so close.
Yeah.
And I think they can finish. If they finish off strong, I smell the championship.
Yeah. And honestly, with the hustle of players like Chastity Moore, you know, it's funny
Alexis
when I did
Harris, Addie McNeil,
yes,
Portia Hanna.
But when
those are great players to have on a team, on your team, especially with a player like McCoy that can go give you 30 points. And then you have the players like Chastity Moore that can play lockdown defense, and Alexis Harris they can play lockdown defense. Defensively, they are looking better
and they're
better.
aggressive. They're aggressive. Like,
very aggressive.
You know, I was doing a commentary with Jade, and you know, she called, I want to say she called, it was Chastity Moore. She called it like the garbage man, you know, the garbage woman. Like, she's just a do-it-all. Like, she go down low, get her nose dirty, grab rebounds, dive on the floor, hustle, put pressure on you defensively. I mean, and that's just, she's not the only one. They got a couple players on the team that plays their butts off, and I mean, their hustle is just outstanding.
So, in other words, they put it all on the line for the team.
Definitely.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm really excited to see how improved these girls have been over the past season. I mean, coming from loss, I mean, they have a losing record, but no, that doesn't define them.
They have a winning record in the conference.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what matters right now.
They got it. Fighting chance.
The winning record in the conference is what matters right now. You know, they had some struggles early in the season. That's where a lot of them 13 losses came from, was in the early of the season, like over a break when we weren't here.
Exactly. Those tournament losses and stuff like that. Yep.
Those are the 13 losses. The 6-5 record is defining who they are. Those 5 losses were tough losses.
In tournament play, not conference play. So that's the difference also there too.
Yes.
I'll be smelling the championship for the girls' side too.
Yes, I'm very proud of these ladies. Last year they struggled a little bit, but it seems like this year they have really turned a new page, and they're showing the SIAC that we are the Lady Dragons. We are here, and we're not going anywhere. We're coming to take a championship away from whoever we got to take it from.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with them thus far is probably execution. All right, they haven't necessarily had the best of execution down the stretch, especially with that game against Tuskegee. I mean, they had them up. They had them up big in the first half, and even in the third quarter. I mean, they kept their foots on their necks, and they were pressing the issue. I mean, they had them beat, you know, and then as the game got on and they got later on in the stretch, you know, they just execution. Execution wasn't necessarily the sharpest, and they ended up giving the lead up, and that ended up turning the game, you know, they got into a hole they couldn't climb themselves out of.
Man, that's why I can't wait until the big day, Dragon Day. They are currently on the road right now. They have, I think, 2 more games on the road before they come back home. Their first home game is next week on Friday, Friday or Saturday, the 9th, whatever day February 9th is. They come back and they play Lamont on at home. It's Dragon Day, it's rivalry week, and they are going to be in the gym. This is the first time we have had a game in the JF Lane gym in about 2 years against Lamont on. The game is going to be the atmosphere of that game is what's going to determine the outcome of that game.
In the new gym.
In the new gym. For rivalry purposes, the game had to be held in Oman Arena. So I think the rivalries calmed down a little bit, and they've decided to bring the game back into the gym. How about that?
So I guess my question would be would you all still expect to feel that same electricity, that same energy that we were feeling in Oman or on the road at Lamont?
The intensity is going to be way better than in the Oman Arena. I'm gonna tell you for the fact that the Omen Arena is a bigger space.
Right. Spread out.
It's more open.
Right.
Like, we have a lot of students, yes. But we don't have a lot of students who we can pack out the Omen Arena right now.
Security's gonna have to be up.
We don't have a lot of fans that come to the game where we can pack the Omen Arena out right now.
But we can pack our gym.
But we can pack out our gym. We can bring 1,000 out for our gym.
Yeah. So the capacity of the gym is about 700. So I honestly think that we pack.
I think the gym capacity is a little bit bigger than that.
I actually counted myself. It's 701.
Well, la-di-da.
My bad.
But no, listen.
I guess I was wrong.
But they gonna also have to up security for this game. I mean, this is one of those games where they're gonna have to up security. You know, it's gonna be high intense. Emotions gonna be high on both sides. Players are gonna be rolling. Coaches are gonna be rolling. You know, it's just gonna be.
This is not
it's gonna be a dogfight.
This is not your average Michigan State, Ohio State, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, or Louisville, Kentucky game. This is an HBCU rivalry, which makes this game probably
10 times better.
Yeah, a whole lot better.
But thank you for tuning in to this episode of Inside the Den. But before we go, I want to send my condolences out to Amira McDaniel's family. And we just lost another student
in the car accident. Valencia. Yeah.
So my condolences go out to her family as well. As you can see, the students some of the students had a candlelight vigil for Amira. This is right before we found out about the
death of Valencia.
This is right before we found out. So she died over the winter break while we were at home. She was a graduating senior and expected to graduate on April 27th. So a lot of the seniors, along with myself, it's kind of sad about that because losing a friend, losing a schoolmate is tough, especially while you're in school or on a break for a winter break. So that's a tough loss for the entire school as an entirety. My condolences goes out to those girls' families, and this hard time right now is very hard. So,
we will be praying for you.
The Lang College family, love you guys. We're praying for you, and we'll see you next week.
Love.
Inside the Den.
Stay safe.
Peace.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.